So I made this video the other day. I just got done watching. I thought it was going to be a little crazy. It is a little crazy. But it's just to show you what I do. It just kind of depends. It might be once a month. It might be once a week. The kind of stuff that I do, listening to tones and just, I don't even know what it is. Clean your aura, balance your chakras. Might be some light language. I really couldn't tell you. Um, but in it, I'm just doing some tones and things, trying to clear out some of the yuckiness going on. And when I go down lower, because sometimes you can't make a tone that's super, super low because your voice doesn't go that low or doesn't go that high, so sometimes you got to do eeks and whatever's to get some stuff out. um just lost my train of thought. So anyway, just kind of showing you what I do. And a lot of times you can just shake stuff out too, and if you do stuff like really fast, you can do your hands, your feet, whatever. So when you see that kind of stuff going on, it's just like really trying to get some stuff out. um but I tell you, the interesting thing was that the great I am, or God, or whatever you want to say, told me that I needed to turn the video on when I was doing my stuff that morning. But the other interesting thing was Fred and Cheyenne came over, so you'll see it stop abruptly, but I stop a lot of my stuff abruptly because, things are supposed to go the way they're supposed to go, so whatever. Surprise! They showed up! Surprise! But what I was going to say was they came and picked me up. We went to the license bureau and got tags and stuff. We got this truck, and I could tell that my energy was really revving up, during when I was doing this video and doing the stuff that I was doing. And then when I went to go get in the car with Cheyenne and Fred, I just felt super, super, super like high. It was so totally like a dazed and confused. Cheyenne was saying some stuff and then my brain just was not clicking right. And it just was the weirdest. Not that I haven't had it happen before, but that was for a couple hours. It was just like I wasn't even with it. It was the craziest. So I don't know what energies I conjured up the other day and what was going on, but I tell you, it was some powerful shit. So I wasn't sure about the video and whether or not I was going to share it, so I watched it, and it's not as bad as I think it is, but you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I don't really care. If it helps somebody, then that's great. But I tell you what, it really helped me. That was some insane, I can't even explain it. I was just like, if you were walking through just watching a movie where you just the person looks all dazed and like things like they're drugged up or something, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I was just, my thinking was off, my vision was off, my it was like I wasn't connected to this 3D fucking matrix. It's crazy because it was so like just, I don't know, but then everything flowed. I was so non with it. Everything just went smooth at the license bureau and at the title department, and it was just all smooth sailing. But it was fucking weird. Like, not that I don't have it happen sometimes, but it lasted a long time this time, I guess I'll say. Other times it just doesn't last as long. But it was like, I don't know. And then you'll see me cracking my neck and stuff in the end. I do not recommend that anybody ever does that. If your inner self has you do some stuff, whatever, when it's all about you. But don't emulate the things that I do, because you can't just, be cracking your neck, because you might really fuck yourself up. And then a lot of times, I'll stretch. A lot of times during the day and stuff, you just kind of stretch. But the best thing for people to do is just like the neck roll, right? They tell you that you're not supposed to go back, right? Some people say that. I don't know if it's doctors or who say that. But I think a good neck roll is really good. And my neck is so tight that it doesn't even roll properly. So Whatever, who cares? Um, what else do I have to say? I don't think there's any other explanation needed. I mean, I'm just doing some hand movements and some throat stuff and some, I don't know how to explain anything that I ever do. I couldn't tell you. It's just my inner self just takes over and I just do. So it's not a practice. It's not that I ever do the same thing all the time, because I don't. It's just certain tones, certain songs, certain things will just spark me. And then I just do certain things or sing certain things, or, you know, if you just listen to your inner self will guide you on everything that you need to do and everything that you need to know. So once you start getting in tune, it's great. You know, not that I don't have a long ways to go. Well, I'm not going to say that I have a long ways to go, because that's kind of negative. I really don't have a long way to go. I know I don't have a long way to go. But I will say that I have some big hurdles left to jump over. And how long that takes, I don't know. But shit's coming. I mean, everything's changing, and there's so many weird things that are going on, and with me and the world and everybody else. It's sit back and enjoy the ride and watch, because by 2025, you're not going to recognize. I mean, whoever's left, you guys have been seeing it, right? More and more people dying in weird ways and weird things, and it's just going to ramp up, ramp up, ramp up, ramp up. And 2023 is going to be freaking crazy. But by 2025, I told Mom the other day, I said, what is there, like 8 billion people on the planet? I said, Mom, by 2025, there might be 4. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? So, mark my words. Mark my words. It's going to be heaven on earth. So if you want to live in the kingdom of heaven on earth, then you need to start working on yourself, and whatever form that takes for you to get rid of the ego. Well, I won't say get rid of the ego, because my ego's taking a nice backseat vacation since it's been helping me out my whole freaking life. The ego's great. The ego is wonderful. The ego takes over, you know, all the times that you needed the ego was right there for you. So I can't say get rid of the ego, because why would you get rid of your rock, you know? But backseat driver now, thank you very much. It comes up front every once in a while. Sometimes he'll be that, you know, the side seat driver or whatever. But it's all about just the more you can love everybody and everything and stay in the oneness, be in the moment. You know, I used to say you had to forgive everybody, and when I first started meditating and everything, I did believe all that shit. But now I know it's all the Matrix, and we're just playing our part, our God part in the Matrix. So everything went according to plan. So why do we have to forgive anybody? Everybody is just who they are. You didn't know what you didn't know until you knew it, right? So we know a lot more now than we used to know. And I've learned so many different things about shit. You know, who I am now. I'll just say guys, for instance, you know, girls and women, and we're looking for the, not the knight in shining armor, but really we just want to feel loved, right? We just want to feel important. And throughout your whole freaking life, people and relationships and whatever make you feel very unimportant. So you're searching for that one person to love you and make you feel important. But you didn't know. You didn't know that it was you. You were looking for yourself the whole time. You gotta make yourself feel important. Gotta love yourself. But, you know, when it came to relationships, I didn't really know shit. Didn't know shit in my 20s. Thought I knew some shit in my 30s. Didn't know shit. Didn't know what love really was all about. Because, you know, you're just sexual pretty much your whole life. And, you know, women get more sexual in their 30s. So in their 30s and 40s, my 30s and 40s, you know, here I am. I'm just the most super sexual person. And I got to be in love with someone and marry someone that, you know, that have super chemistry with or something, right? No, I mean, yes, but no. I'm really beginning to think things are just really not the way we thought they were. You know, when they say that people that have relationships, when they go on and they marry their best friends and stuff, that's probably the best way to do it. I mean, did you have a best guy friend that you got along with your whole life, but you weren't that attracted to him, and you know, weren't having, you know, sexual relations with, or, you know, whatever, you had him in the friend zone, but now you go back and here you got 20 years later and you're like, oh my gosh, that probably was the person for me. Well, they might have been, but they weren't the person for you at that time, because you had to go through all the bullshit that you had to go through, right? So, you know, you gotta do you gotta be engaged to a few people, or marry a few people, or do a few things, or, you know, whatever, sometimes, until you really find that perfect one. And then, are they really perfect? No, nobody's ever going to be perfect. But it's just a matter of what you can put up with, right? But if you're spiritual and they're spiritual, and you're not judgmental and they're not judgmental, then you probably have a really great relationship, right? Yeah, I've learned a lot of different things. So who I am now is not who I used to be. The way I think about life now is not the way I used to think 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago. I mean, even 2 years ago. I mean, it's just, I think about relationships totally different now. Romantic ones and friendship and, you know, whatever. It's all, well, it's all you, really, right? I am you and you are me and we are each other. So when you say you're looking for a soulmate, you're looking for the match to you, yeah, but you're really just looking for you. They say opposites attract, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting. Life is just very interesting. It really is. But it's really great, too. I mean, we had that poor me attitude our whole lives. Like, you know, never had a great love, or had a great love and I lost them, or had shitty parents, or I had great parents and I lost them. But it's just, it's very interesting. It really is. Cher's calling. Let me finish this video, and then I'll call her right back. Because she will be on her way down. Because she's bringing Emmeline. That means I gotta get dressed. Okay, well, I'm going to put the next video up that I did from a few days ago. It's a little crazy, but whatever. If it helps you, I am glad. And if it doesn't, then, oh well, it helped me. So, I love you guys. Keep on working on yourselves. I know it's hard.